Hello friends, if you are receiving CPP or OAS right now, I need you to stay with me until the end of this video because what I am about to share affects your monthly income directly. And for a lot of people watching this, it could mean hundreds of dollars less landing in your account starting July 1st. And I am not talking about some small adjustment you will barely notice. I am talking about real recurring money, the kind that changes what you can afford every single month for the rest of the year. Here is what most Canadian seniors are never told. The federal government and your provincial government make changes to benefit rules, income thresholds, and eligibility requirements every single year. And those changes do not come with a phone call. They do not come with a letter that explains what it means for you specifically. They post it on a government website, they update a PDF somewhere, and they assume you found it. Most people do not find it. And the ones who do not find it end up losing money they did not have to lose. I went through everything that is changing on July 1st, 2026. The CRA updates, the Service Canada announcements, the OAS clawback thresholds, the GIS adjustments, and the provincial changes that layer on top of all of it. And I found 5 specific things that are going to hit Canadian seniors starting that date. Some of them are bad news. Some of them are actually opportunities that most people will miss because they did not know to look. I will walk through all 5, tell you exactly who is affected, what the numbers look like, and what you can do about it before the deadline hits. Stay until the end because number 5 is the one that is going to catch the most people completely off guard. And for seniors who own their home, it could be the most expensive one of all. Real quick before we get into it. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that button right now and turn on notifications. The rules around CPP, OAS, and CRA benefits change every single year. Income limits shift, new programs open up, old ones get quietly updated or cut. I cover all of it in plain English, so you always know what you are actually entitled to before it is too late to do anything about it. The people who are subscribed stay ahead of this. The people who are not tend to find out after the deadline has already passed. Subscribe now and let us get into it. Number 1. The OAS clawback threshold is changing and it is going to affect more seniors than the government is letting on. If you receive old age security and your net income for 2025 goes above a certain amount, the government claws back 15 cents for every dollar over that threshold. That clawback is recalculated every July based on your previous year's tax return. Starting July 1st, 2026, the repayment threshold is set at $90,997. That sounds like a lot. But here is the problem. A lot of seniors cross that line in 2025 without realizing it because of one-time income events. You sold a property. You withdrew from your RRSP. You received an inheritance. You had a year where income looked higher than it normally does. And now, starting July 1st, your OAS payments are going to be reduced automatically without any warning letter because CRA is pulling that money back based on what your tax return showed. The number they will claw back depends on how far over the threshold your income went. For some people, it is a few $100s. For others, it is the entire OAS payment, gone for a full year. Here is what almost nobody does. If your 2025 income was high because of a one-time event that will not repeat, and your 2026 income is going to be significantly lower, you can contact Service Canada and explain the situation. They have a process for this. It does not always work, but for people who had a genuinely unusual year, it is worth the conversation. Call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914 or go to canada.ca to find the OAS recovery tax section and understand exactly where you stand before July hits. Number 2. GIS payments are being recalculated and thousands of seniors are going to see a reduction they were not expecting. The Guaranteed Income Supplement is the benefit for low-income seniors on top of OAS. And every July, GIS gets recalculated based on your income from the previous year. That sounds straightforward. Here is where people get hurt. If you had any employment income, RRSP withdrawals, rental income, or investment income in 2025, even a small amount, it counts against your GIS calculation and your monthly payment goes down. And the reduction is not small. For every $2 in income above the threshold, you lose $1 in GIS. That ratio hits hard when you are living on a fixed income. The people who are most affected are seniors who picked up part-time work in 2025, seniors who made any RRSP withdrawal without realizing how it would be counted, and seniors whose spouse passed away and whose household income calculation changed as a result. If your GIS is dropping in July and you believe the number is wrong, or if your financial situation has changed significantly since you filed your 2025 taxes, contact Service Canada immediately. Do not wait. The July adjustment is based on your filed return, and disputing it after the fact is significantly harder than catching it before. Number 3. Energy costs in Canada are going up again, and the program that is supposed to help you pay for it is running out of funding faster than most provinces expected. In Ontario, the Ontario Electricity Support Program, OESP, provides a monthly credit directly on your electricity bill if your household income is below certain thresholds. For a single senior, that threshold sits around $28,000 a year. The credit ranges from $35 to $113 a month depending on your income level and your heating situation. That is not a coupon. That is a direct reduction on the bill that arrives every month. The problem is that enrollment is not automatic. You have to apply, and in several provinces, the programs that help seniors with energy costs are first come, first served. Once annual funding is allocated, new applications go on a waiting list. If you are 60 or older and your income is under $35,000 as a single person or under $45,000 as a couple, go to your provincial utility program right now, before July, and check what you qualify for. In Ontario, go to oesp.ca. In BC, check the BC Hydro Customer Crisis Fund. In Alberta, look at the utilities Consumer Advocate programs. One application, monthly savings for as long as you qualify. Number 4 is the one that surprises people the most because it involves a CRA rule that is perfectly legal, widely available, and almost never talked about. If you are 65 or older and you receive pension income, CPP, a workplace pension, an annuity, you are allowed to split up to 50% of that income with your spouse on your tax return. It is called pension income splitting, and it has been available since 2007, and yet a significant number of Canadian senior couples are still not doing it. Here is why it matters so much starting in July. Your OAS clawback, your GIS eligibility, and your provincial benefit amounts are all calculated based on your individual net income. If one spouse has high pension income and the other has low income, splitting that pension income on your return can lower the high earner's net income enough to reduce or eliminate the OAS clawback, and in some cases push the lower income spouse into GIS eligibility they did not have before. The July 1st recalculation is based on your 2025 tax return. If you did not claim pension splitting on that return, the July numbers are already set. But if you have not yet filed, or if you filed and made an error, you can submit a T1 adjustment through CRA My Account. The form is called T1 OVP, and your tax software or a tax preparer can walk you through it. The savings for some couples run into several $1,000s a year. And number 5, property taxes. If you own your home and you are 65 or older, I want you to think about the last time your municipality sent you a letter explaining what you are entitled to as a senior homeowner. For most people watching this, that letter never came. Almost every province in Canada has a senior property tax deferral or exemption program. In BC, the Property Tax Deferment Program lets eligible seniors defer their property taxes indefinitely at a low interest rate, meaning you do not pay until you sell the home. In Ontario, the Senior Homeowners Property Tax Grant provides up to $500 back every year for seniors with household incomes under $35,000. In Alberta, Manitoba, and most other provinces, similar programs exist at the provincial or municipal level. And here is what makes July 1st relevant. Property tax deadlines and deferral application windows are tied to the calendar year in most provinces. If you miss the application window, you wait another full year. And every year you wait is another year of paying a bill that you legally did not have to pay in full. Search your province name and Senior Property Tax Deferral 2026. Or call your municipality directly and ask what programs exist for seniors in your area. One phone call, potentially thousands of dollars in savings every single year for as long as you own that home. So let us bring it all together. 5 things changing for Canadian seniors on July 1st, 2026. The OAS clawback threshold shifting and a process to dispute it if your 2025 income was unusually high. GIS payments being recalculated downward for seniors who had any additional income last year, energy assistance programs running out of funding, and the application window that closes before most people realize it opened. Pension income splitting on your 2025 return, a legal tool that can reduce your clawback, increase your GIS, and lower your tax bill at the same time. and provincial property tax programs that exist in almost every part of Canada, but only take effect when you apply. None of these programs come looking for you. CRA does not call. Service Canada does not send a reminder. The municipality does not reach out when you turn 65 and explain your options. You have to know the programs exist and take one step to claim them. That step is the only thing standing between you and the money. If this video helped you, please subscribe and pass it along to a Canadian senior you know, a parent, a neighbor, a friend. One conversation can change someone's financial situation for years. I will see you in the next one.